dolphin.
Don't fall down. Make your own snow, huh?
So it is Sunday again. We are out on another walk. It's basically my favorite thing to do. And we got our first real snow of the year. Just a tiny little bit sticking. We have about an inch so far. We're out here. We found some of these mushrooms. I have no idea what they are. Perhaps chicken of the woods. I think they were on a cherry tree, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Some of the bark from the tree that they were on, if anybody knows. I know it's hard to tell from a little piece of bark, but some hemlock needles. I'm gonna go home and make some hemlock tea. If you've never tried, I've actually never tried hemlock tea, but I have tried tea made from white pine, which looks like this. I grabbed a little bit, but the trees around here, the white pine trees, are all like way up there, so I can't exactly climb up them. So I just grabbed this from the ground, and you can tell it's a white pine because the needles come out of one spot, and there's 5 of them in one spot, like one hole, whatever. I don't know how to say that, but and pine needle tea is really good for boosting your immune system. It actually has a ton of vitamin C in it, so if you ever see this, pretty much any kind of pine is going to work, but white pine is super easy to identify. And hemlock tea, same kind of thing, really good for that. And you can tell the hemlock because it has flat needles. And it's kind of like, it's got little stripes on the one side and flat needles. Have you ever tried hemlock tea? Pine needle tea? Let me know. You can definitely order some online too. I've seen it around, but this is the hemlock. We have them everywhere, and hemlocks are really good tree to know because a lot of mushrooms are associated with hemlock trees, so definitely learn your hemlocks. Like all of these little ones are hemlock trees pretty much. There might be a couple different ones, and if you know what this is, please tell me. My guess is chicken of the woods because it's pores, but I honestly don't know 100%, so don't quote me on that. There's lots of white pines. So I was hoping that that was chaga, but it was not. It was like a black knot or something on the tree, which is disappointing. I've yet to find a chaga. I don't think we have a lot of the right trees around here. They grow on like birch or ash. Can't remember. I have to look that up, but I don't know if we have a ton of the right trees. All bundled up. Yeah, she can breathe, don't worry. Yep, it's just such a pretty day. And the other ones are climbing. just being kids, which is how it should be, right? I think getting out in nature is just like one of the best ways just to heal your body, because if you are like struggling with like a lot of stress, like that's the quickest way to deteriorate your body is by being stressed out all the time. And just something as simple as just walking in the woods or hiking, especially with like people you love. It's just like, for me anyways, it's just like the best way to lower stress. Even in the winter when it's cold, it's really great because there's no mosquitoes. So what are some of your favorite ways to lower stress? And it just really is just like such a great way to connect with God and just to look at everything that he has made. You know, he made all these trees, he made the snow, every snowflake is different, and it's just such a great way to just connect and just to feel his presence and just to remind yourself that, you know, there's somebody much bigger loves you and is watching out for you and cares about you and wants to just guide you and guide your life. And we don't have to do life alone. We don't have to go through life alone. You know, it took me a while to realize that the Bible is true, but the more I read it and the more I read the Bible, the more I'm just like at peace with the world and at peace with everything. And there's just like joy in everything, even in struggles, even when I'm having a hard day, even when I just want to just curl up in a ball and go to sleep. You know, sometimes I do that because sometimes I just need to rest and drink some water and eat something. But like, even when I'm having a hard time and my toddler's throwing a tantrum or whatever it is, you know, like I just still feel like God's presence. The more I read the Bible, the more I feel his presence, and the more like at peace I am. Even like with the state of the world and everything that's happening, you can still be at peace. And when you read the Bible, and it just makes so much sense. My child is crying. And I think life it's just all about perspective. You know, like if you say you can't do something, you can't do it. If you say you can do something, you can do it. Like saying like, oh, I don't have the time to do whatever it is that I want to do. It's just an excuse to not have to do something. Maybe you don't really want to do it. Maybe you do want to do it. But, you know, I think God gave all of us gifts in these things that we're good at. And I think it's really important not to waste the gifts that he has given us. And, you know, if you're good at talking to people, you should be encouraging people and talking to people. If you're good at painting, you should be painting. If you're good at cooking, you should be cooking, you know? And I think it's never too late to like learn something new. And the more you take time, especially as a mom, because it's so hard, you feel like all you do is clean and you cook. And it just seems pointless when you clean and then you turn around and it's a mess again, right? So that's why I think like for me, something that I really love to do is gardening. So I'll garden and then I will just feel like so much more at peace and like accomplished, because it's just something that really resonates deep with me and just fills my soul in a way. And like cooking is another thing. I get tired of cooking sometimes, but I just really enjoy cooking. And I also really enjoy knitting. So those are like my things. Photography and just like expressing my words. Usually it's hard for me to like make a video like this because my brain just doesn't work as good with talking out loud. I'm really good like writing on paper. So like I like to write things and stuff like that, post them on Instagram. And I think it's really important to find things, especially young kids, a mom of young kids. It's important to find things that you love to do so you don't feel burnt out. And to take time to rest. For me, this is rest. Walking in the woods is rest. It's something that I love to do. I just love being out in nature. Usually I'm barefoot, which is why I'm doing a parasite cleanse. Just want to encourage you this week to make time to do what you enjoy doing. To put the phone down, turn the TV off, and just find something that you really love to do and just take some time and do it. Learn something new or something you haven't done in a long time that you just love to do. And I hope you guys are having a good week. And yeah, sorry, I just got distracted. It looked like a giant mushroom on the tree, but I don't know what it is. Hi, how was your nap? Was that a good nap? Love you. So we're home now, and I just wanted to follow up a little bit with what I was saying. And I just wanted to remind you that you can trust God with all of your problems. We so often, I feel like we try to rely on our own strength, and we try to make sense of the world and try to fix our own problems and solve things ourselves. And so often God is just telling us just to be still, just be still, and he will fight our battles for us. You know, he holds all of our tears in a jar. He sees everything that's going on in our lives, and it can be hard because you have to have faith to believe that. But the closer I get to God, the more I read my Bible, the more that I just know it's true. Like, I can feel his presence in my life. We just finished reading Exodus, and we read Genesis before that. I read it with the kids every morning. They're homeschooled, so we read Genesis, Exodus, and usually a Proverbs that goes along with the day of the month, because there's 31 Proverbs. So there's always a Proverbs for each day of the month. And we'll read Proverbs, and then another chapter from Genesis or Exodus, and now we're on to Leviticus. So we're going to try to read through the whole Bible, see how long it takes us. I always have to stop and explain everything, but I really love it. I'm learning a lot actually too, just from doing that with them. And so something that really stuck out to me from Exodus was how patient God is with us and how much he loves us. He gives us so many chances. And, you know, I think that he is just very, just generous with his love and wants what's best for us. You know, when Moses and the Israelites were backed up against the Red Sea and they were ready to fight the Egyptians because they were coming to kill them, and God told them, just be still and I will fight your battles for you. So I just want to leave that with you today, and encourage you to read your Bible this week and to do something that you love so you don't feel so burned out. I know the holidays, it can just be so overwhelming and stressful, and to just spend some time in nature, just spend some time with some sun on your skin if you can, and just breathing in fresh air if you can. And I hope you guys all have a good week, and I think that's it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you got something from this video, and tell me in the comments anything. I'd love to hear anything you have to say, but please keep it kind and respectful. All right.